Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome to GameTechUK. Welcome back to day 20 of my 30 days of sim racing. So it went really slow to start with, didn't it? But now I think it's going to really speed up. We've only got 10 more sessions or 10 more sort of day sections to finish up our 30 days. We're going to have another couple of hours on Assetto Corsa Competizione. Had a fantastic day yesterday. We raced about, I think, over 8 hours yesterday. I was struggling which car to find, and I pretty much ended up on the Lambo last night. But chatting to Matt this morning, Matt did really well yesterday. He was untouchable, really. I could not catch him. And I said, I'll try the Audi, and I've just had about 10 minutes with it, and wow. And we both come to the same conclusion that it's very similar to the Lambo, but the Lambo doesn't like curbs. The Audi can sort of eat them up a little bit. So I'm probably going to go to the Audi. I mean, it's all just finding that car that suits you, doesn't it? It drives very, very similar to the Lambo, so I know I'm in the right territory. But curbs were an issue, absolute an issue. So I don't know what we're going to do today. It's going to be like yesterday morning, really. If you want to race, if there's 4 or 5 of you that want to race around with me together, I'll open up the server. I'm thinking of doing some of these special events. I think they are just hot lapping though. I don't know. Nearly there at the finish line. What is that? 20? Is that what 20 streams is? Or you mean you're installing this game? Try it. Very tired today. I didn't sleep very well last night for some reason, so I'm a bit tired today, so don't expect too much. Now the other thing is I was heading towards 80 SA, and I'm currently on 78, so I only need 2 more, and the idea was to go over to competition server. But the thing is, the track's bloody the worst track out of all of them. Snetterton. It's a 30-minute race, 7-minute qualifying, 3-minute practice. So I probably will do that. But yeah. In fact, what I might do is, just for a little bit, while we get a few of you in, I might just set up a practice server at Snetterton, just to see what it's like, really. Oh, I got you. Try it. I got you. I was on your mind, making you all rest. Oh, I was doing that thing, where you're sleeping. It's like, oh, Matt. You got up at 4 a.m. Yeah, I'm really tired today, but it's all good. We were just chilling out together, aren't we? Let's do... No, we don't want a custom weekend. We just want a hot stint, really. Yeah, we just want a hot stint. That'll do. Yeah, that'll do. Bosh. So let's start that and say some lovely hellos to you early birds. We've got Original, Alan's in. Hello, Bazza. We've got Matt Fox, Stephen. Hello, Tripe. We've got Tace in. I never know whether to call Tace Amaze or Tace. I think I'll just call him Tace, isn't it? Hello, Matt. How are you? These decisions, isn't it? Hello, Reese. Hello, Bruno. Hello, Rockstar. How are you? Hello, Joseph Adams. Lovely to have you all in. Hello, Gers. Feel free to leave me a little cheeky like. That would be absolutely awesome. Other than that, yeah, just
track temp is 39.
Just chill out, I think.
31 Celsius.
Let's get that like that a little bit and push that down. That feels good. Yeah, that feels good there. I never really fully liked the interior of the Audi, which is probably putting me off a little bit, which is probably why I haven't given it much try. But we'll go around Snetterton. We'll see what it's like. If you call me Taze or Taz, well, I like to call people what they are in the. Because if I call you Taz, they're going to think, who's he talking to? Oh, you saw the red arrows. Oh, nice. Yeah, my wife likes to see them. And we only just realised that they're going to be at Silverstone. I don't know if they do a display there. Maybe someone can answer that if you've already been to the F1. But, yeah. At 19, yeah, I did actually move it in because Baz did say last night that this one is done vertically or something. And maybe, just maybe, the field of view that I was using was just standard. Like for... iRacing, he said it's different, so I have actually moved it in a little bit more to 43, and we'll just see how we get on. Yeah, 19 might be, but don't forget, if you do your field of view, then you can do the actual. This doesn't change anything. So the field of, this is just the overlay of the interior. It doesn't change anything. So you can do all of that. It's the field of view that brings everything in, actually slows the game down a little bit, and can give you a better sense of where the corners are. Or you push it right out and the game will become really fast and you won't have any idea. You need to have the right field of view, absolutely. Oh, did they, Reef? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Baz, I've been wanting to go to that for years, Duxford. Yeah, absolutely. It's massive, isn't it? Yeah. But got no sense of speed. Yeah. Hello, Willow. How are you? Right, let's just do some practicing. Like I say, we haven't really got a huge amount planned today, which I like. It's nice. So if a few of you want to race, then feel free to let me know, and I'll just do our server today. That's not a problem. So I'm in the Audi. What I should do actually is go to Brands Hatch, because that's my go-to track for practicing new cars. But if the competition server, which I do want to enter at least once, is bloody Snetterton. It would be Snetterton and not Brands Hatch, wouldn't it? It's a mile long for... Oh, wow. Yeah, I do want to go. Yeah, apparently it's meant to be a really good day. They've got Concords, and have they got a Lancaster there as well, which I've never seen in person. Hello, Grey Wolf. How are you? I don't like Snetterton. It's too flat. There's not enough going on. It's a difficult circuit actually. It's quite technical, purely because there's not many markers. It's just flat. It's just bloody flat. Oh, there is one there. Oh, lovely. Yeah. Oh, I got you, Matt. Yeah. The thing is, I'm not going to be playing ACC a huge amount. That's why I sort of thought, well, yeah, I probably won't go for the LFM, purely because it's not where I'm going to be spending a lot of time. This is going to be my sort of least visited one, if you like. If that's the case, then let's take this round to Brands Hatch. Is it expensive, Bazza? Yeah, if it won't open until the evening, and I'm probably not going to get it done, am I? So let's go to a bit of Brands. Which is probably up the other end. No, it's here. It's here. So we're not really doing anything today. We're just chilling out together. I can be your gaming radio. You know how it works. Is there? Yeah. I got you. I can't remember how to do it. Do you have to register? I think I have registered. Yeah, I'm sure I have.
The track temp is 35. The air temp is 29 Celsius.
Right, Brands Hatch is where I come to test all my new cars, so I should be able to tell if I'm going to be any good at it. The racecraft has gone up to 80. Safety rating's gone up to 78. My car consistency's gone up. It was a good day yesterday, actually. Oh, 30 quid. Oh, you just want to give them that to look after the planes, really, don't you? What sort of show? Yeah, Matt was absolutely smashing this last night. He did really well. He was top. He was second or third for the whole night, wasn't he? And there was some fast lads in there as well. Yeah, I got you, Matt. Oh, lovely, Grey Wolf. So let me know if there's if anyone wants to come into the server. I can always start it up and we can have a race round together. That's not a problem. Yeah, this is definitely very, very similar to the Lambo, except it doesn't mind curbs. They have, Matt. But it takes it away elsewhere in life, so now maybe you'll take 3 tenths longer to walk up the stairs. It's all give and take. Hello Lee, how are you?
29.71.
Yeah, so let me know if you want to come in. I can do that, or we can do some just go online, maybe. Let's just do that, maybe. Let's pick a server that's fairly full and just do some racing. Or if you would just want to race with us, I don't mind. It's all good. I'm here for a couple of hours today, so it's not going to be as long as yesterday. Yeah, the Bentley eats curbs and it's big old chunky thing, but it's not my go-to. I know Glenn loves it. Oh yeah, this is good. This is good, Matt. Yeah, you can save that exact. It's very, very similar to the Lambo, isn't it? Like really similar. That's all right, Bazza. Yeah, the Audi does seem to be very, very good, actually. Hello, Algo.
Your last lap time was at 128.93.
Hello, Mike. How are you? You did well yesterday as well, didn't you? Yeah, you was in the Bentley last night, wasn't you? Yeah. I tell you what, though, there was some bloody clean racing yesterday. I mean, I don't think I mean, there were a few issues last night, but that's not a problem. We explained that. A couple of people come in that hadn't had any practice. Not a problem. I'll accept that all day. But yesterday was so clean. It was awesome. You up for some racing? Yeah, should I set up the server then? Even if we set it up for Brands Hatch? Let's do that. I'd rather race around practicing with people rather than no one. Yeah, you do like the Porsche, don't you? Yeah. Let's do that. Same details as last night. If you want to come in, it's all good. No pressure. Right, basic settings. Let's put that online. Let's start with Brands Hatch, can't we? And restart. No, don't leave the game. There you go. Yeah, I'm very chilled out today. Didn't sleep very well last night for some reason. So I'm happy just to chill out today. Let's go LD. I was looking for ages. I couldn't. You know, sometimes when you look, you can't see the wood for the trees. I was looking, right, where's the fucking Audi logo? Where is it? Where? And I was like, oh, it's not an Audi logo at all. What have we got? Oh, that's nice in red. Yeah, I love that. Hello, Daniel. How are you? Let's connect. Let's get in here and have a race together. If you want to come in, GTUK, just search for GameTechUK in the description, in the server list, and the password is GTUK. Doesn't even matter if there's a couple of us today. We're just chilling out. It's all good. Have me on in the background. I am your gaming radio. Day 20. I've only got 10 more days. I'm going to move over to Automobilista. Want to do a few days on there. Then I'd like to nip in a little bit of race room just to revisit that. Then for the last 5-6 days, I'm going to go back to iRacing and back to Gran Turismo. They're the main ones that I wanted to do anyway. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's the plan anyway. So there won't be much more ACC, although it's there for the future, isn't it? We can always jump on it whenever we're ready. But yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, the Audi is very good, Bruno.
The exit looks clear. Let's get some heat into these brakes. Air and track temps are decreasing. Air temperature is now 24. The track temperature is now 27 Celsius.
So I think Bruno's in. Oh, Matt Fox is in as well. Oh, lovely. He's coming in to destroy me again, isn't he? Oh, you're tired, Jason. Oh, would you like to follow me round? That's good. So Bruno's in as well. Lovely. Yeah, that's all good. All good. I'm happy to have some clean racing with just a few of you. I'm more than happy. Yes, I don't know, obviously I'll be streaming tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Maybe we will do one more ACC. Maybe I will just move over to Ultima Ballista. I haven't decided yet. Don't know. There's a lot to explore in Ultima Ballista, where there isn't a huge amount to explore as such, if you get what I mean, with ACC. There's a lot to explore with Ultima Ballista. You know, we've got the racing cars. There's just so much to do. So I might nip over to Ultima Ballista for a few days. Like I say, go into Race Room and then go back to Gran Turismo and iRacing, because they're my main go-to titles. That's what we do here. Yeah, I will stream the add-on. I had it before it come out, but I'm in the middle of 30 days of sim racing, so I'm just focused on that really. Yeah, karting gloves, bloody any gloves from down Screwfix. You know, you only need gloves. You don't need... I just got these as a souvenir when I went to Brands Hatch that day to watch the historic F1. I went into the shop and I was like, I'm going to buy these as a souvenir. They're probably more expensive than Amazon, but who cares? I like souvenirs. I like buying things from places that we go. It's nice. Hello, Mr. Din, how are you? Oh, don't look over there.
Okay, Jason, you need to watch the track limits.
Oh, it's lovely, Mike. Yeah, it looks really cool as well, doesn't it? I'm very, very impressed with the look of it. I mean, it's probably the prettiest... it's funny how they all do a bit of everything, don't they? You know, this is great at graphics and GT3 racing. iRacing is just great at putting on the competitive side. Oh, is that Matt?
Car right. Right is clear now.
Incident clear. Green flag.
Yeah, this is a very accomplished GT3 racer. Like, it's great doing the Porsche Cup stuff and it's great doing the BMW, but you can understand why people like doing GT3 in it, because it's what it does. That's what it's designed to do, isn't it?
Your brake temperatures look good.
Oh, I saw the yellow Senna helmet at Bewley actually at the weekend. Hello Snowy, how are you? Yeah, they had a bit of a memorabilia section. They got the Senna helmet, the yellow one. It's actually the one I've got a Lotus JPS hand painted picture, which is my pride and joy. I love it, and he's wearing that helmet in that one. Yeah, I have heard this, Mr. Din. Yeah, I'm not very happy about that at all. Apparently, it was a safety feature. I don't know whether someone had hurt themselves on it, but I mean, you know, come on, you know. Hello, Paul. Yeah, all good. Maybe Tash. Yeah, maybe. I think Rensport, graphics aside, will, from what I'm hearing, will be another race room. That's what I'm guessing from Rensport. That it's going to be a really, really, really nice looking race room. Might be wrong, that's what I'm feeling.
Fastest lap for Fox, 127.78. Your quickest overall. You've just done a 127.56.
This game is good for what we did yesterday, right? Which was just race, race, race,
Car on your
race,
left.
race. That's
Clear
what
left.
this game is good at, and I really do like that. I mean, I was not worried, but I was looking at my stats, trying to build them up. But it wasn't at the forefront of my mind. I kept saying it yesterday, you know, this is exactly what I was after, just getting in a car and going around a racetrack. And it does that really well. Whereas, that's a little bit different to iRacing, I find. iRacing is about the stats, it's about winning, or trying to win, or trying to do your best to stay out of trouble. Yeah, they're all great. I fucking love having access to all these sims. We are so lucky.
Sector 2 is
I mean, if you think about it,
0.43 off the
bloody
pace.
hell. I mean, these sims they weren't available for the public for this type of thing for years, were they? These are all behind closed doors for racing drivers, and all of a sudden, you know, they're for us to enjoy and play games. It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, exactly, Baz. It was nice, wasn't it? When actually, they probably didn't even have anything this good behind closed doors in the old days, did they? It's only now, really. And the other beautiful thing about something like this, compared to iRacing, and you can see why people like
Sector
it.
3 is
iRacing
0.38
can
off
be
the pace.
expensive. We've had this debate before. You know, there's an entrance fee, and there's a reoccurring entrance fee. With this, you just buy it. It's about 30 quid. Bosh, it's all yours. Fucking amazing, really. You don't have to keep buying things. You don't have to pay to enter anything. It's just there for you. Very, very accomplished
Sector 1's
title.
quick.
And I think even when Assetto Corsa 2 comes out, I think this will still have its core. I think this will have a core audience still. Yeah, I'll get I'll get PlayStation VR 2. Absolutely. My Oculus seems
2
to be
minutes to go,
broke at the
2
moment.
minutes.
There's no display coming through. I've tried everything on the forums. It's working, as in, like, I can open up, say, this in VR, and I'll move the headset around, and the screen will correspond to where the headset's pointing. But there's nothing on the screen. I've tried the full uninstall. I've tried the removal tool. I haven't installed it on my laptop yet, which would be a fresh install. But it might have just gone. But I mean, I've barely fucking used it. I really have. The only reason I brought it is that my old Oculus, the first one, let me think. I think the Rift S was going for $399, I think, and the original Oculus was selling for 200 quid on eBay. So I thought I was sick to death of the sensors. The sensors were just shit. It was making me not set it up, because every time I plugged it in, it'd be like, oh, you've got to set up your sensors, and it was horrible. It was just so boring. So I remember thinking, well, for 200 quid I can have a better headset without sensors, and I'll sell the old one and buy this. That's why I did it. And I barely used it, honestly. I barely used it, and now I put it in the other day and I'm like, oh, this is a bit weird. Yeah, mine was the same, couldn't solve it. Yeah, I don't know if it's, I don't think it's been hit. I mean, like I say, I've barely fucking used it. Literally, I've barely used it. You would describe it as new, because it's barely been on my head. You think about it, I don't do VR outside of the channel, and how much VR have you actually seen on the channel? Barely none. Oh my god, Matt, this fucking Audi is fantastic. Hey, we've got some people in. Nice, Algarve's in. Lovely.
Checkered flags out, P1.
The thing is, as part of this 30 days of sim racing, I wanted to do some VR racing, so I got it out the other day. I was like, right, okay, let's do it. And I was like, oh shit, what's happened to it? And then you go down a rabbit hole of like, okay, forums, right, try this, try that, try this, YouTube video, solved, right, try this, you're talking shit, try this, try. 4 hours later, you're still in exactly the same position, proper pissed off. So, but I need to work out if it's an issue, because if you were to buy another one and plug it in, it's the same. You've got two that don't work. And I don't want to reformat my PC for Oculus, absolutely not. So what I'll do is I'll install it on my laptop and see how we get on. Yeah, I have played Microsoft Flight Sim with it, with the Spitfire, funnily enough, and yeah, it's off the scale. It's off the scale. When you say touring car, though, Bazza, do you mean like the old stuff or the current touring car? See, I want basically, I want Toka touring car. You know, I want the content they've got in Grid, really. You know, all the old Cosworths and that's what I want. That's what I call touring cars, because I don't really follow it at the moment. You know, that's what I call a touring car game. All the old stuff.
It exits clear. All right, Jason, we've got 9 minutes to do the business. Your brakes are cold. Take it easy.
You know, a real love letter to the old days of Toka touring car. Still put the new stuff in there, of course, but majority would be a classic Toka touring car. Not even a remaster, obviously a remake. Around all the old classic tracks that they used to do. Yeah, it would just be amazing. The Mondeo, the Volvo, the Cosworth, the BMW. I mean, wow. This Audi is really good, because it's not like I've just absolutely changed my mind from the Lambo, because it feels like the Lambo. It feels exactly like the Lambo, but it eats curbs a little bit better. And you can even, when it goes, you can snap it back the same as you can the Lambo. So it's not like I've totally changed my mind yet again. It's just that I've found one that is like the Lambo, but a little bit more friendly. Yeah, the Megans, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Bazza, yeah. But with 50-50 focus, so not just like tacked on the end. I mean, Grid, we had some fantastic nights on Grid. Just purely with the old classics. It was really good, actually. The Alfa Romeo 155, oh, you know, just proper. Was it Gabriele Tarquini? Is that, or have I just made that up? That was his name, wasn't it? Or is that a film star? They had a lovely Sierra Cosworth in the foyer at Bewley, a white 2-door Wowtail. I just kept going back and looking at it. Amazing, absolutely amazing car. Even Max is like, wow, what's that? I'm like, that, my son, is a fucking Sierra Cosworth. And he's like, wow. And it just stands up so well from 1986. It's slow as fuck by today's standards. I mean, there was only 220 horsepower standard, the Cosworth, but what an absolute work of art. All them old Fords were, weren't they? The Escort Cosworth, I mean, the Escort Cosworth didn't make so much of a splash, because the Escort, I don't know, it was a weird one, wasn't it? But now, try and find a glorious blue or white Escort Cosworth. Wow, amazing stuff. Hello, Minties, how are you? I mean, one thing that I will have to check out, and I might do it in the 30 days, is you know, they brought out the new Grid that come out exactly the same time as Gran Turismo. Poor timing. Has that got all the old stuff in it? Has anyone tried that? If that's got all the old touring cars in, maybe that might be worth doing. Yeah, the RS500 was, yeah, that was a lot better, wasn't it? And fewer and far between. I mean, there was one the other day, I don't know whether anyone watches Harry's Garage. Do you watch that on YouTube? A lovely old geezer. He was from the old days of Evo and the magazines and Top Gear. What a lovely geezer he is, and he gets his hands on all sorts of stuff. If you like your old cars, or indeed any cars, check out Harry's Garage. It's, or Harry's Garage as he calls it. He's just a proper reviewer. And he goes to Silverstone every time there's oh, you watch him, dear Bazzy, yeah, but what a nice bloke. And he goes to Silverstone one of his regular videos on an annual basis, like a couple of times a year, is the preview of the Silverstone auctions, and he goes around, he looks at all the cars. I'm just like dribbling, like, oh my god, yeah. You watched it, did you, Baz? Did you see the red Capri that went for £45,000? What the fuck is going on? 45 grand. The Sierra Cosworth he had went for 85. What the fuck? Yeah, crazy. And that, I love that Silverstone auctions. You always get cars that are just so special, don't you? Love it. If I ever buying them, I'm just happy to watch his video.
The guy behind has
He
just
knows
done
his stuff, doesn't he?
1:04.
Grid Legends, is that the new one? Wada Padja. Exactly, Bazza. I had an XR4 Riot
Sector 1
when I got married,
by
actually. That was the one that I
off the
cut the
base.
springs on, sitting on the floor. Fucking hell, it looked lovely. Red, clean as fuck. I used to just drool over it. XR4 Riot. I think it would be worth £10,000 today, and I think I paid about 600-700 quid for it, which was sort of my go-to, you know, back in the old days, you know, especially before the days of finance. You know, it was a good time really, because you had the car that you could afford. Nowadays it ain't like that at all. These youngsters, they go out and they want STs and the best Corsa VXR. It's not the car you can afford, it's the car that you can strap yourself up for. But in the old days, you had the car, everyone had the car that they could afford. I could afford a 500 quid car, alright, you know, I was in the car game anyway. And I think my XR4i was about, I think I stretched it a little bit, like I say, 600-700 quid, something like that. So clean, beautiful. I wish I had it now. A few things wrong with it, like I think I told you, the viscous fan was stuck on, so it sounded like a bloody Spitfire or something. It was so, and I think that actually takes quite a bit of power of the engine, so it wasn't quick or anything, but inside was lovely. And you know that old Ford flat red, that every time you polished it you ended up with more on the fucking cloth than you did the car, but you could really cut that paint back, and you know, I used to touch in every single bit. I reckon that would be worth around probably 10, maybe even 15 grand today. It's fucking stupid what's happening with the old classic prices, because the other thing is they're never going to come down either. So you're pricing the people that actually adore the cars, they're pricing them out and sticking them in garages, covering them up, and they're not getting used. I'd love to have an old classic and actually use it, take it out on a Sunday. Yeah, it wouldn't even be garaged, it'd be out the front. Hello Kev, yeah, I used to do all that, yeah. XR2, GTE, yeah. Is that with a digital dash? Oh, I always wanted one with a digital dash, and you could switch it from miles to kilometres and scare the fuck out of people that you were doing a lot faster than you actually were.
There's 2 minutes left, 2 minutes.
Oh god, we're going down that rabbit hole of nostalgia and cars. Yeah, it was a very, very strange time though, very, very unique time. Before, because do you remember they did, I can't remember what year it was, but they did, I'm not even concentrating here, I'm just enjoying chatting. They did the scrappage scheme, didn't they? Do you remember the scrappage scheme that come out? That come out around the same time as proper car finance for everyone, right? Anyone could get fucking car finance, and they would give you, I can't remember say you had a nice XR4i for 600-700 quid. I think against a new car they were giving you stupid money, like 2 grand or whatever, but it was a genuine scrappage scheme. You wasn't allowed to buy the cars, they were being scrapped. So a lot of do you remember years ago, it was like suddenly there was loads of like really old cars on the road, and then it's almost like
off the pace.
Overnight they all disappeared and everyone was driving around in new cars that didn't seem to have the heart and soul of the old stuff, and a lot of stuff were it was all scrapped. It was crazy, horrible. You portion. Hello you fucking string smurfing. Yeah, and there was a scrappage scheme. Yeah, it was about 2 grand, wasn't it? Which was double what things were worth. and they scrapped
Green
them all.
flag sector 1.
And everyone was just driving around in these shiny, I can't remember what, because I can't remember the exact era. I can't remember what, maybe Mondeos, I don't know, I
The
can't
car ahead
remember
has
the
just
exact
done
era.
up 126.
But I remember there
120.
being this watershed moment of, wow, there's no old cars on the road, everyone is getting rid of old cars. And yeah, it was weird, really weird.
Yellow flag.
I think a lot of cars got scrapped purely because they was being paid double what they was
Green
actually
flag.
worth.
Incident clear.
And maybe we're seeing the remnants of that now with the fact that everything is just going up in price, all the old stuff, because it's rare, isn't it? I'll tell you what though, both me and my wife have done a speed awareness course, and I'll tell you what, they're interesting. I found it more interesting than my missus. She was just like, I'm just glad it's over and I'll go back to work. I was like, wow, this is actually quite interesting, some of the facts and the things that you learn and remind yourself. I didn't mind doing the speed awareness course. Yeah, I liked it. Mine was an all-dayer thing. It was still online, but it was all day. My wife's was online, but it was like 2 hours or something. Mine was literally all day, and a nice lady, and learnt a lot, refreshed a lot in my memory. Yeah. Right, enough talking of old cars, because you know what I'm like. I fucking go off on one. She is smurfing.
That's the end of the session. P3.
And what I'm still thinking about moving out my flight rig and putting in my painting table. And what I wouldn't mind doing is, yeah, I still want to do the Warhammer stuff, but I wouldn't mind doing all the old cars that we talk about. You know, the Peugeot 205 GTIs, Capris, Escorts, and building up models and doing it on the channel, and having a bit of a sort of nostalgia modelling session for a few hours a week. I wouldn't mind doing that. I think we could probably enjoy that as well. Does it really, Wadder? I think I might have to install that then.
The track temp is 28. The air temp is 24 Celsius.
Funnily enough, I was looking at Escorts and all that this morning. I'm always on Auto Trader having a look, always. But I like my car anyway. My car's maybe a future classic and it's clean as fuck. But yeah, I still want a Capri, another Capri. I've had 9. The reason I had 9, it sounds a crazy amount, but the reason I had 9 is, but like what we were saying earlier, you brought the car that you could afford. These are in the days when I could spend 200 quid on a car. You know, imagine spending 200 quid on a car now. But 200 quid was my price point. And if you look in the Auto Trader or wherever we used to look, yellow page, no, not yellow pages, the yellow free ads. There was Capris for days for pages and pages for 200 quid. So that's why I had 9. Probably because they're a bit shit and I was always breaking them and getting another one. Sierra XR4. I always wanted to cut the rear panel out the window and have it like a bit of a two-door, but yeah.
Follow car number 22 in the right lane.
Exactly, Bazzy. Yeah, I'm not ashamed to say that I was definitely, my price point was about 150 to 200 quid. But it was cash, you see. There was none of this signing up bollocks and just going, oh, I'll get a new one, I'll lease it and just waste money on a car. Fuck that. There was something so nice about, especially being into cars, buying your Capri for 200 quid and spending months cleaning the bollocks out of it, you know, literally cleaning the bollocks and really trying to get it the best that you could.
Go.
Right, I'm going to concentrate on this. We've got a 20-minute race.
Still there.
There's 5 lovely people in here that want to race with us, so
Clear left.
let's do it. But yes, today it seems that you can get any car you want. You just go to the bank and sign and you've got the car of your dreams. Is that a good thing? Fuck knows, I don't know. Why not? I suppose on one hand, what's it teaching you on the other? It ain't teaching you fuck all, is it?
Okay, Jason, decent start. We can build.
And when you sign up to these cars, you have to think, okay, we'll get it over 3 or 4 years. Am I still going to want this car in 4 years? Seriously, 4 years? Are you still going to want it? But yes, I wouldn't mind having a bit of a retro sort of doing some car models on the channel as well. Why not? Imagine the conversations we can have while we're building. The Qashqai will not be a fucking classic, Les. It won't. It just won't. The only thing I like about the Qashqai, isn't it assembled in the UK, which is good, it's keeping people in a job here.
Just keep hitting your marks. This is looking good. V2.
I just fucking love cars, you know, genuinely I just love cars so much. It's crazy. Love it. Yeah, it's nice that they're not made here, are they? They're put together. They're put together. But it is nice that they're at least put together here, because it keeps people in a job here. Right, let's concentrate. Classic plastic box. But then let's be honest, you know, who would have funked, right, that the Sierra, Escort, Vauxhall Viva, Vauxhall Vectra, who would have thought that they would become future classics? I mean, is every car deemed to be a future classic? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, even things like the Mondeo ST, is it? ST200 maybe, I think. Yeah, go on Auto Trader, try and find one of them. They're not exactly special, are they? I didn't rate them anyway, but if you want something like that now, fucking crazy money. Yeah, the RX-7's nice. Oh, this is cool, just chatting and racing with people we know. I like that. I'd rather have a lobby of 5 nice people than go into a 24 lobby of just absolute wankers. What's the point? I'd rather do this. Absolute shite, yeah. I tell you what, I think they should. My wife was talking about this the other day. You know, they've started doing like retro bikes, haven't they? The new retro bike scene has been a thing for a few years now. I wonder why they don't bring back the Escort and you know, even the Capri. Can you imagine a new Capri? Not looking all sort of shit and futuristic, like, oh, this is the new Capri. No, having a Capri that is really, you know, really faithful to the original shape. Maybe even bring out the new electric car is a Ford Capri or whatever. I mean, is it because on the whole they've just got shit sort of reputation? I don't know.
That was a 126.64.
I mean, would there be a market for a brand new XR4i, you know, really so similar to the original shape, but with all nice new materials and stuff like that? It works for motorbike scene. There's loads of old new bikes now. Triumph have done it, loads of people have done it. I wonder why it isn't
now, 0.7.
I wonder why it isn't done with cars. Is it because people just want new all the time? I mean, they're talking
Jason,
about bringing
15
out.
minutes left. That's 15 minutes. Good
The
stuff,
Probe
mate. This is
was
fucking excellent.
very similar. Yeah, it was meant to be. It was never labelled that way. It was almost like the customers gave it that name. The Probe was a terrible car. The Probe had one of the worst engines. It was just terrible, wasn't
V2.
it? What's the car? It's a Vauxhall.
Use all the track. Force him to find the gap.
Shit, what was it called? Not Vectra. There was a car which I thought was quite faithful to what a new Capri could look like, and it's a Vauxhall. I can't think of the name. It's got like a very similar back window. It was called a Vauxhall. Shit, I can't remember. But I used to look at that and think, wow, that's almost like
Leader has just done a
that's almost like a
126.25.
rethink of a
That last lap was a
of a
126.
Capri, but it was by
0.90.
Vauxhall. Calibra, that's it, yeah. Vauxhall Calibra, I always looked at and thought, wow, you could be like a new style Capri. Yeah, thank you, Baz. Yeah, Calibra, yeah. The Calibra wasn't bad though. I wonder how they're holding their money. I bet, because there was a few top models of Calibras, wasn't there? Yeah, see, back in the old days, I mean, funnily enough, you know, I'm talking about Capris for 200 quid and shitty Escorts for 200 or 300 quid. You could buy Mantas alongside them. You could buy shitty Mantas, but I would never give them a second thought. But now you look at them and you think, wow, I would actually have an Opel Manta. I really would. I was always fascinated why they was called Opel. But yeah, Calibra Turbo. I wonder how. Someone have a look and see how much they're going for. Fuck it, I'll get one of them. I won't. My wife always gets worried when I go through these sessions of looking on Auto Trader, because she's like, you don't need a car. I know, I just like looking. You know, just like looking. Yeah, Calibra was alright, wasn't it? Yeah, quite a modern looking. Can you see where I'm getting the sort of the feeling of a Capri if you look at it? It's similar. It is similar. They're bringing out the DeLorean, aren't they? It's going to be a new electric car. Yeah. I mean, outside of Back to the Future, the DeLorean was a bit of a joke car, wasn't it?
Right side.
I've left the door open for Matt, but that's not
right
a problem, because I'm going to walk in his room
on, Jason. Don't
and
let him get
slam
away.
that door. Right, I want a good battle with Matt, so I'm just going to really concentrate here. I know we're in the midst of one of the most amazing conversations in the world. Calibra Turbo though. I mean, for it to come from Vauxhall was actually quite good, wasn't it? Because Vauxhall don't do brilliant stuff, do they? £5 grand. Oh, okay. That's not too bad, is it? I mean, I've got a Vauxhall Mocha, so I can't talk too much. But it's just our workhorse. We've always had a workhorse family car, and then I've had my car. 2 litre 16 valve. That's not bad though, is it? Yeah, that's not bad at all. What sort of colours? White.
Left side. Stay on your line. Stay there. Still there. Left is clear.
P3.
Yeah, they're bringing out a new one, Snowy, a DeLorean. Apparently electric car, which makes sense,
The car in
doesn't it?
front of us is Fox.
Hello, Tom. Metallic blue, oh, nice. Yeah, can you see from the side-on profile why I might have thought in the old days, like, this has got an edge of Capri to it. Oh, this is fucking awesome. This is great. I like these streams where we don't really have anything planned. We just come on and we just do what we do and just have a good chat and do some racing. Love it. Fit Uno Turbo was, God, my mate had one of them. Even back then, it was a powerful little motor. He had a blue one. Really silly car. I mean, it was a Fiat fucking Uno, for God's sake. It was just a horrible car, but with a turbo slapped to it. And I remember even back then, the front wheel torque steer, once the turbo kicked in, it was like, whoa.
Okay, Jason, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. You're halfway
Was it
home.
really?
Got
Oh,
plenty of
okay.
fuel.
I didn't like the Vauxhall Nova, not really. No, Vauxhall Nova wasn't for me.
Car left. Hold your line.
He touched me. He
Still
touched
there.
me here, and
Clear
here.
left.
Your lap times have gone to crap. Come on, sort it out. Nice pass.
Me lap times have gone to crap. What the fuck? Yeah, but we're talking about Nova SRIs. He's he's right though. We're all in Audis, look at us, look. I never had a 2.8
The gap in front has
Smurfing,
increased.
no,
It's
I
now
never
about
did.
5.3 seconds.
Couldn't afford it. The insurance, don't forget, back then was just fucking mental. And I always had a few speeding points, always. Yeah, I couldn't afford the insurance. The best one I had, and I did get that on finance. Right, this is probably one of the best cars I ever had. I was always used to paying, and I'm going to contradict myself now because, yeah, I went and got finance on a D-Reg Capri. Now this Capri, it was blue, it was sat on the forecourt for absolutely ages. These are in the days when I used to spend, like I say, 200, 300, 400 quid on a Capri. It was a 1.6 laser, so nice condition, one owner, and I can't remember the price. I think it was up for £3,000. Now if you imagine what I was spending on cars at the time, and I kept looking at it, oh my god, I love this car. Even back then, the Capris, they had a reputation. Like, why would you spend £3,000 on a Capri? Why? I can't remember the exact year, but the car was a 1986, 1987 C-Reg, 1.6 laser, spotless. I mean, really genuinely spotless. And I got it in the end. It sat on the forecourt. I must have drove past it every day for about 6 months. No one wanted to buy it. Who's gonna pay £3,000 for a Capri? No one. But in the end, I went in there and I just got a new job and I signed up for it and I kept it for years. Oh, fucking talk about love. Oh, I loved it. I fucking loved it. I really, really did. And it wasn't a boy racer Capri. I did turn it into a boy racer Capri. I did. I fucked it up. I did. I put an Aston Martin Tickford Capri body kit on it and a whale tail. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I really did. And then I swapped it for an Alfa Romeo 75 3-litre V6 because I'd grown out of it. If I'd kept it standard, maybe I would have loved it forever. Maybe I'd have it now. But I just felt, in the end, I felt like a complete cock because I'd put this bloody body kit on there and it had a whale tail because I had a Sierra Cosworth fucking obsession and I wanted a whale tail. Some of the things you do, it does make you laugh, doesn't it? But yes, I brought that car, drove it away, and it was, to me anyway, it was like a new car. It was beautiful. It was absolutely stunning. And yeah, I got a few looks like, my God, you paid that sort of money for this when you could have had such and such. Can't remember what the example would have been, but I didn't give a fuck. That was my 9th Capri, and what a beauty! What a beauty! I still look it up now. It wasn't C, it was D. D425XUY was the reg number, and it says it hasn't been taxed or MOT for years and years. So either it's in someone's garage stored away, or it's probably fucked, isn't it? I used to clean every bit of it. You could run your finger over my Capri, and you would not find a speck of hidden dirt. It was an obsession. I absolutely fucking loved it. I've got one picture of it. I will have to go and dig it out and show it to you with the whale tail on. And oh god, I've just remembered as well. I'm sure I've told you this anyway. To complement the body kit and the whale tail, I had Ford Motorsport. You know the Tiger Stripes.
Fox ahead is now 0.5. That lap time was.
I had Tiger Stripes down the sort of rear quarter going onto the door. I'm telling you though, I'm not. It looked alright. Actually, for the time, it actually looked good, and it used to get a lot of attention at car shows. People used to take pictures of it because it was beautiful. It was D-Reg, but it had all that
5
sort of
minutes
stuff.
to go. You're looking good for a
So imagine a whale tail, a body kit, all painted in beautiful blue. I can't remember what the blue was called. It was a lovely Caspian blue, actually. Might be called Caspian blue. Yeah, have a look. Ford Caspian blue, and white and sort of grey and dark blue Tiger Stripes down the rear quarter. Obviously, I thought I was the bollocks, and for a while, because it wasn't a shitter, the car was a good one. For a while, it did look really, really good. It did look genuinely good, and then, but it was short-lived. It was short-lived because I started to grow up, and yeah, it was short-lived. I never used to fucking rev it. I used to look after it so much. Yeah. 75 grand. And I saw Baz just mentioned that his friend had a 280. The 280s now are going for a minimum of 35 grand. What the fuck? I'm just ignoring that shit. Just ignore it. Yeah, 35 grand. Crazy. The Capri that I always wanted, and literally used to dribble over these pictures, and a lot of people might not even know what the fuck it is. A lot of people might know. Aston Martin Tickford Capri. Tickford was a tuning. Actually, I think Tickford did the interiors and some of the styling for Aston Martin. Aston Martin bought Tickford as a company in the end, so it become part of Aston Martin. Tickford was Aston Martin, but to start with, it was like an external tuning company. Anyway, Tickford, Aston Martin, brought, I think it was 50 to 100 brand new 2.8 injections, and put a body kit on there, which is the body kit that I fitted. Put a body kit on there, redid the interior, put a twin turbo on there, did the limited slip diff at the back, because Capris were just notorious for just spinning. I spun my Capri so many times when I was doing absolutely nothing wrong. Blanked off grille, which I had on my blue one, which I loved, and they're numbered. I think they went up, they were silly money, and these were in the days when Capris were finished. Capris were a laughing matter really by the time they brought this out, and they just stuck in full showrooms, brand new, you know, brand spanking new Aston Martin Capri. If you don't know, then you don't know, and you're going to think, what the fuck is he talking about? Why is he saying Capri is like an Aston Martin? It had the Aston Martin badge on it, for fuck's sake. And now you don't even see them for sale. You don't even see them. They're just not for sale. That was always a dream, absolute dream. Oh my god. Beautiful, absolutely stunning.
Just 2 minutes
beautiful.
left, 2 minutes to go.
But that's old cars, isn't it? We're pushed out of these cars now. The funny thing is, the people that grew up and loved and looked after these cars, realistically, we can't afford them now. They're not for us, are they? You know, which is so sad. It really is genuinely sad. The cars that I used to love and cherish. Okay, I could, but you don't feel right doing it, because don't forget, these are cars that you paid £1,000 for that are now 30 grand. What the fuck? And you feel wrong. You feel wrong by even thinking about buying it. Like when I got my car, I told you, didn't I? I mean, I think I've told you all my stories. But we went down to one car. I had an RCZ, which I got when it was a couple of years old. It was beautiful car. It was a launch edition.
Fastest lap.
There was only 200 of them made, right? And it had everything on it, every conceivable extra that Peugeot did at the time. Trust me, I'm not a Peugeot fan, not at all. Had a white one. It had pearlescent paint, black wheels, 19-inch wheels. Every single option that Peugeot done. It was like a celebration. It was the only Peugeot to not have numbers in the title. I had 118 out of 200. I kept it for 5 years, spotless. People come up to you and go, "Is that new?" It was a pride and joy. I loved it, even though it was a Peugeot. This was only a few years ago I had it, and my son wanted it. My son always fucking wanted it. He wanted it. Anyway, we was going to move a few years ago to a place very near where my shop is, very near to the high street. And I was like, and I barely used my RCZ. I think 1 year I did, the MOT bloke said, "You've only done 500 miles this year." I was like, yeah, I just don't use it, but I polish it all the time, and it was spotless. Anyway, I know this is probably boring you, but I'm telling you anyway. We was going for this house just up the road. The house is a bit more expensive than this one, and I was like, I might sell the car actually. I might sell my car. I don't really need it. It had got some good. It was worth a fair amount. And my son said, "I want that." You know, don't forget, I had this car when he got his first car, and all the time. My SA's up to 80. Yes, nice. Anyway, let me tell you the story. So RCZ, absolutely beautiful. 40,000 miles. It was lovely. It was beautiful. And my son said, I'll buy it off you. I want it, right? So he brought it. I kept it for 5 years, 6 years, I think. He kept it for 4 years. He did some engine modifications to it, little bits that I'd sort of left. It was spotless. And up until 3 months ago, oh, this is so sad. Up until 3 months ago, it was parked outside, and the lady next door, poor cow, she'd had a stroke or something. The ambulance had pulled up. Funnily enough, me and my wife were on our way out of the street when the ambulance come in. I let the ambulance go, flashed him, not a problem. Oh, what's he doing around here? Turns out that they went to the lady next door. She's totally fine now. Put the lady in the ambulance and reversed into the RCZ like it wasn't even there. I mean, what the fuck? It was parked there all along. Smashed the back up and pushed it into a lamppost. Oh, my son was so gutted. We both pretty much in tears, really. This had been in my family for about 9 years, something like that. And yeah, they wrote it off recently. So sad, because it was such a beautiful little car that I'd never wanted for anything. And yeah, they wrote it off, and he didn't get the money that he should have got for it. And funnily enough, a bit like the Aston Martin Tickford, not like that at all, but throughout our ownership of that car, there was never one for sale. He was on the RCZ forums. It was just never ever for sale. And funnily enough, there's two for sale at the moment, and they're both 9 grand. Crazy.
The track temp is
It took him a while to get over
the air
that,
temp is
but he's got an
25
F-Type now, and he's
Celsius.
quite happy. We went looking at the other day, and we bought a beautiful F-Type, and yeah. No, it's all good. At the end, like, he was going through a bit of a breakup with his missus anyway, so it was like, just bosh. Girlfriend problems, bosh. His pride and joy has been taken off of him. And yeah, they paid him out, and he went and got an F-Type. We got it the other day, and Monday, that was the day that we had our real clean up. He cleaned his car up, I cleaned mine up. But yeah, so I had a lovely, very rare, possible future classic, because there was only 34 in the UK of this launch edition. The rest of them were spread over the Europe, but there was only 34. And the noise of the F-Type, fucking hell, it's amazing. Yeah, he's got a really, really nice car. A really nice car. It's the V6. Yeah, it's V6. Yeah, beautiful. Red. Fucking flumes coming out the back. It's really nice. He was going through, he was going to get some random cars. He wanted, you could have got an older V8 Vantage, which was lovely, but you're risking, aren't you? This is it's a 2015, so it's a little bit older, but you know, you got to get what you can afford, don't you? And yeah, it's great. But anyway, that's my RCZ story. It was a beautiful car. It was stunning. It was fucking lovely. I know it's a shitty Peugeot, I know that, but this was a special Peugeot. And like I say, there was 34 in the UK. If you did the DVLA check for how many cars, there was 34 in the UK. And some fucking ambulance reversed into it like it wasn't there. I mean, I don't know how they did it. Oh, and also the end to that is, yeah, me and my wife were going out. We flashed the... It's pearlescent paint as well, Reese. We flashed the ambulance out, went and did some shopping or whatever, and as we come back in, the ambulance was pulling away. I was thinking, wow, it's been about an hour or so. Anyway, got there, pulled up, and there's all, you know, you see bits of the jigsaw start to appear. I saw a bit of plastic on the car by the car. I was like, what's that? And I thought, who's moved his car? And this ambulance reversed into it that hard. I live in a cul-de-sac, by the way, that it pushed it. He parks just, the lamppost is there, and he parks just in front of it. So not only did it fucking cave the back in, it pushed it into the lamppost, which caved the front in. And because we flashed the ambulance out, because there was no one there, we come back. Well, I didn't know it was the ambulance that had done this. We come back, and it was like something out of, who the fuck's done this? I was going mental. I was like, what the fuck has happened here? Someone's hit the back. I was knocking on the neighbours, no one was in. What the fuck? I open up the front door, and there's a letter from the ambulance people going, sorry, hit your car. ring this number. Fucking hell, I was livid. I really was. And then I had to ring my son up and go, as well as all these problems you're going through at the moment, someone smashed up your pride and joy. It wasn't a good day. It wasn't a good day at all. Let's go to Zandvoort. But anyway, that's my story. You know what I'm like once I start. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a beautiful car. It's in red as well. You know, you sort of think of the F-Type, you know, in the sort of classic darker grey colours, black, anything like that. But yeah, this is bright fucking Ferrari red, and it's really nice, yeah. Yeah, that's good, Jason. I like your setup. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. But yes, that was. I don't really talk about much personal stuff on the channel anymore. Some of you will know why. So yeah, I don't really say much personal stuff. I say things after it's happened. I tell you things after it's happened. I tell you where I've been after I've been there. I tell you what's happened after it's been there. In the old days, I used to just wear my heart on my sleeve and tell you everything. And I had a proper troll. Well, it's more than a troll. It was a stalker. And yeah, so I don't really say things as they're happening. I say I'm gonna off for a few days, and I go and do it. Then I'll tell you what I've done when I come back. But yeah, in the older days, I used to tell you everything. I can't do that now because it's too dodgy. I think I learned now. It's the internet. Shit happens, you know. Yeah, there are idiots out there. But yes, we all went through that a little while ago. It's very upsetting because at the end of the day, like, actually I don't have to explain to you because we all love cars here. But a lot of people don't understand. You know, it is just metal. And the amount of people that come up to it and, oh, it's just metal, don't worry about it, get another one. You can't fucking get another one.
Be careful.
Oh God, Bazzy, yeah, I went through about 18 months. Again, I don't want to say too much because he or she might be listening right now. They've yeah, I can't even tell you too much, but I will. What about this as an example? To the point where I've sort of given away the area that I live, and I say where things are. You don't have to be a fucking genius to know where I live, what I do, where I go. You don't have to be. But even to the point, I'll just tell you this, and then I won't mention it again. But even to the point where this stalker contacted my wife's work, found out where she worked, and tried to get her the sack. You know, her bosses were far too fucking sensible to believe anything that was said, and some terrible things were said. But yeah, so I just try not to say anything now because you can't. It's the fucking internet. They didn't succeed really in doing anything other than change my mind about strangers, give me a sort of wariness of new people. Because when we first started YouTube, I was like, "Blah, this is me. This is what I do." I loved it. I considered every single person here a friend, you know. And then I realised, there's other people listening though. Yeah, there's other people listening. It was a dark time. It was a very dark time. It was like every time there was a knock at the door. Yeah, but I'm not going to give the person satisfaction for knowing what sort of damage he potentially done. But just changed a lot, really. Made me even reconsider YouTube, but then I thought, fuck that, why would I do that? Just obviously some little sad bastard wanking in his bedroom with all the power of, like, you know, what they were doing. But yes, that's why I don't really say what I'm doing. I don't really say where I'm going. Even to the point where if someone says, like, you know what car I've got, it's nothing special, but I do sometimes talk about cars and someone goes, oh, what car have you got? I don't answer. Where's your shop? What do you do for a living? I don't answer. Because it's not worth it. 99.999% people here are lovely and they're here just for what we do. But there's that one person, isn't there? There's that one person that, and he's probably off annoying someone else, or yeah, I would love to make a video about it, and show all the things that were done and said, and talk about the sort of impact that sort of that sort of behaviour has on other people, but at the same time I don't want to give that person the satisfaction, because there's a lot of information, there's a lot of things that were done, a lot of things that were said. Yeah, it was horrible, really. Have you had people? Yes, Snowy, a few times, only a couple, but yes, mostly at gaming shows. But funnily enough, outside of gaming shows I was recognised, and I thought it was because they were at the gaming show. They wasn't, they just saw me and Max in the street. It was Sab Duncan. Do you remember Sab Duncan? Or Sab Ducan, actually, I always mispronounce his name. He's like, alright, you're GameTech, and you're like, oh yeah.
Your brake temperatures look
Who
good.
are you? He's like, I'm Sab Duncan. You see, the thing I like about being recognised is it's not just like, I know who they are as well, and that's the important bit. I'm like, who are you then? Do I know your name? He's like, yeah, I'm Sab Duncan. I'm like, oh, fucking hell, yeah, I know you, mate. We've raced together thousands of times. And it was cool, and I was like, are you in the show? He's like, what show? The EGX though. He's like, no, I'm just walking along the road and I recognise you. Oh, that's cool. But anyway, let's we don't talk about that now. So if I am a bit
Jason, 5 minutes to go,
elusive,
5
that's
minutes
just
left.
something I've had to put on a little sheet of armour. Now, when I first started YouTube, there was no armour. It was just me, and I was happy to share everything. And silly when I look back, you know, really silly. But all I've had to do now is just put on a couple of sheets of armour and get back to work, really. That's what we've had to do. They contacted Demelza saying all sorts of things about me, because it was at the time of the 24-hour live stream.
0.5 off the pace.
And Demelza rung me up and went, right, we need to have a chat here, because what the fuck's this that apparently you've said, apparently done. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. Luckily they knew me anyway, and they knew that it was all bullshit, but they had to investigate it, obviously. Yeah, it was a nasty time. It really was, really nasty. But we got through it, and I'm still here, so all good. I see you on the island across the road. Oh, what the island? Right, we're gonna have to talk less, smile more, and put in some racing, I think. Because Matt Fox is here. This is a bloody good track, actually. Yeah, they obviously got nothing to do, and you know, yeah, it's all good. Fucking things, honestly.
Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace.
Oh, it was absolutely put off the channel, yeah, absolutely. And you know, there was a certain time where I can almost see the change in my sort of not personality, because I am what I am, but yeah, there was a time where I was just like, zip, don't say a fucking word, can't say that, oh shit, no, I can't say that. And it actually just reminded me of how open I actually was on the channel anyway, way too open, you know, considering it is stranger based, isn't it? I know we know each other, but I don't know you, do you? I don't know you. You know me, I don't know you.
Fox, 39.70.
But there was so many
Sector
people
2
here
is
that, you know, I get some
2.5
lovely
seconds off the pace.
messages saying, you know, you've seen me through this. I get long messages from people, you know, I won't give details, but such as, you know, I've got this illness and you wouldn't believe how much I watch your channel, it's fucking awesome, you know, you really do get me through the day. Or other people going, you know, I live on my own, I don't go out, I don't see people. When you're live, I love it, because all the people in there, you know, when I sort of weighed it up and I thought, no, I'm not going to give in for one person when the rest of it is just such good news.
Sector
You know?
3 is 1.6
So yeah,
seconds
I'm
off
over
the
it now,
pace.
and I'm not scared of it or anything like that. Fuck 'em, you know, bring it on.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
But yeah, it's all good. Contacted Max's school as well, saying such and such. Terrible. Because again, once you get on Google and start putting the little pieces of the jigsaw together, it's really not hard to work out where someone lives, where their kids go to school, where their
Sector
wife
1 is
might work.
0.9 off the pace.
Piece of piss, isn't it? You know, real piece of piss. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on from that, because I've never given them any satisfaction by talking about it or anything like that. So I've already said too much, but it's all good. Yeah, I mean, I'll fight anyone, Taste, honestly. I'm not scared of anyone, especially where family's
Fastest lap
concerned.
for
But they don't
Fox,
go for you, do they?
1:39,
They go around
1:23.
their houses and try and get to other people. I'd fucking stand up in front of anyone, certainly that person. Fight to the death. You know what I mean? But they don't do that. They go to your wife's work or your son's school. Terrible, isn't it? But luckily I've got a good stand-in. People know me and they know I'm not anything that was said, or they know my wife wouldn't do any of the things that were said, and people are just like, what? This is so clearly from an unhinged person. Goodbye. Yeah, definitely Snowy, yeah, and I know I'm not, but I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Sector 3 is 1.2 off the pace.
But anyway, let's move on from that because I've already said too much. I've said too much, darling. Let's get back to cars. This is going to be a hard one, actually.
Checkered flag.
Oh, absolute cowards. Yeah, oh god, yeah. Yeah, I mean, who would do that? That isn't strong. It's the weakest thing you could possibly do, isn't it? And that's when I left Discord as well, because it was so obvious that the person was in Discord listening. So, yeah, I had a Discord of like, oh, I don't know, was there a couple of thousand people in there? It was a busy Discord, and it used to get me, if you're talking about views and sort of following, it was great for the channel, you know, because you didn't have to wait for YouTube to chuck out recommendations. I'd post in there that I was going live, and obviously, you know, hundreds of people would come in. It was great for the channel. But
Incident in Sector 3. Sector
some
3
little
is
cunt
yellow.
was there, and I couldn't trust anyone.
Yellow
I
flag.
had to leave, and then after that it went pretty quiet, and the mods shut it down. So I'm always apologetic of that, but I would never have another Discord or anything for them
Incident
reasons,
clear.
really.
Back to green flag.
I like this. This is good. This is sort of on my terms, and I decide what gets spoke about. I'm a lot more intelligent with that kind of thing now. I don't give away as much as I did. I mean, I love telling you all the little stories and things I've got up to, and you know, related to the topic we're talking about. But I don't talk about anything personal now. I do once I've done it. Like I'll say, I just went to the New Forest and went to Bewley. But the days of me posting and saying, I'm at Bewley, or they're gone. You know, that's not going to happen because that's just fucking silly, you know. That was a couple of years ago now, Dunkirk, yeah. New car in the track. This is a good track, actually, really good. Qualifying.
It exit is clear. Don't cross the line. We've got 9 minutes to set a lap. Your brakes are cold. Let's get some heat.
But yes, I didn't deserve it. I didn't do anything wrong, but I just attracted it. Do you remember in the old days when someone would come in? I don't know why I was like this, because I'm not the most sociable person in real life. You know, if you want to have a row, we'll have a row, or you say something, I'll just walk off. I won't spend any time on you. But it was weird in the really early first days. If someone come in, started trolling, not even trolling, not horrible trolling, just like I would try and change their mind and turn them into, come on, don't do that. Oh, we got a community here. No, don't. What the fuck? Fuck off. I don't know why I used to be like that, because I'm not like that in real life. If someone wants to be a friend, I'll be a friend forever, you know, the best friend they ever had. If someone wants to treat you like shit, they're gone, you know. And I don't know why I was like that on YouTube. I don't know. Someone would come in and go, oh, you're a wanker. Leave off, mate. Come on, don't get up. And then I think back and think, what the fuck? So maybe I was too accommodating. That's why I attracted it, rather than now, which is, if you don't like it, fuck off. There's plenty of other streams, and that's the genuine way to be, isn't it? If you don't like what I'm doing, racing, playing, you gotta go. Don't do it to yourself. Just go. Yeah, I don't know why I used to do that years ago. So I think there was a bit of a time where my sort of my sort of personality changed a little bit on YouTube. I mean, I'm still, you know, I'm me. There's only one version of me, but I stopped being so nice, I think, and that's when a lot of people didn't like that. And you had this sort of thing that happened with all the regulars. Oh, we're off. Oh, he's not as nice as he used to be. Oh, well, fuck off then, you know. If you know, then you know what I'm talking about. Oh, he's not as nice. Oh, let's make our own little community. Fuck off then, you know. It was probably around that time where I was just like, just go. What are you waiting for? Yeah, exactly the same, Baz. I would never go out looking for trouble, never. But if you want it, then it's there. But if you want a friend forever, that's almost there. That's also there as well. Weird, you know. I certainly don't go out looking for aggro or anything like that. I'd rather just walk away, and then you'll never. Once I turn on someone, I don't mean turn violently, but once I turn my opinion. That's it, it's a shut door, yeah. And I think that's the best way to be, just shut them off, it's just done. There's no going back, you know. Once something's tainted or whatever, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about if you're a regular. And I think that was probably around the time that I just sort of changed and thought, if I continue to do YouTube, it's got to be on my terms. I think that's to sum it up.
P3. Sector 3 is 1.2 off the pace.
Right, let's move on from that, because we must move on from that. I was feeling in the sharing mood for all of a sudden. And you're such lovely people, but the thing is, there's other people listening, isn't there? It's not just us. There's only 73 in, you know? There's other people listening. Oh, really? Sat in the back of the taxi? Oh, fucking hell, Bazza. Yeah, some shit happens, doesn't it?
Temperatures are looking good.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like that, like if you want trouble, come and get it. I'd be so placid out and about, especially with your wife or children or whatever. I'm not talking about like, I'm not a nasty person at all. Fucking hell. I would give anyone anything, honestly, anything. If you said you needed it, I'd give it to you.
5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left.
Yeah, we're all over sharing now. But this is nice though, isn't it? Don't you think it's nice? This is why I like doing what I do. You know, we have a chat, we attract nice people. You just have to be careful. Because even like you saying that, Baz, there's someone else listening, isn't there? It's not just me and you. There's someone else listening. That's what I think. Yeah, that's what I think you've got to remember when you are on the internet. You're just on the internet. We're in a nice corner of the internet. No, you get your own bloody banana sandwich. We're on a very, very nice corner of the internet, a fucking lovely corner, with all the best things. But there's still people listening, and I think that's what you just have to remember.
P2. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace.
Right, we've got a P2. You want some? I'll give it you. No, I sort of made out that I was an arsehole then and I'll have a fight with anyone. I didn't mean it like that. If you want to challenge something genuinely, you know, I don't know, you know, you push my missus, you're going to die, and that'd be the same as for any man or any self-respecting man here. That's what I meant. I meant, I'm not a fighter or anything. Not, absolutely not.
Sector
You know what I
1 is
mean.
0.5
Just the
off
sort
the
of
pace.
traditional 70s, 80s man attitude. That's what I've got, you know. You want to push it, then we'll push it back, but I'm not interested in pushing it, you know. I think a 70s and 80s, a 70s, 80s bloke is quite unique, and I don't think it'll happen again, because there's a lot of, I don't know, society has pushed a lot of blokes into not being blokes these days, isn't there? A 70s, 80s bloke, geezer, I think is quite a unique thing. I love it. I love it. I wouldn't change for the
Sector 2
fucking
is
world.
1.6 seconds off the pace.
God, we do talk about some random stuff, don't we? Red Nana. No, I'm not. I won't buy them. Taste. I'm not going to buy them.
Sector 1.
Oh, thank you, Mick.
Sector 1 is now
Thank you,
green.
mate. You just have to be more careful. You just have to be mindful, I think, not careful. I just have to remember what it is I do here. I come on the internet and I talk to strangers. Really, isn't it? Really, that's what it is. And I've met some amazing people, you know, genuinely
Just 2
met
minutes
them.
left, 2 minutes to go.
You know, like Matt Fox, he's been round my house a few times
Sector
now.
1 is
He's been out for a meal
0.49
with me,
off the
he's been
pace.
out go-karting with my kids, you know. You get a feel for people. I've met Scarab, Codus, you know, John, loads and loads of people. That's why I love meeting people, because you only have to look in people's eyes. You only have to watch them for 10 seconds, and you'll know. You know, so
Fastest lap for Fox.
I like meeting people, and that's why I want to do a meet-up at Brands Hatch, actually, on September the 11th. Outside of gaming, more about cars than gaming, but yeah, September the 11th they've got at Brands Hatch. I think it's GT3 stuff. I don't think it's the ACC stuff. It might be the equivalent of. I'm not sure of the actual series that's running. But yeah, we're going to have a meet up there. We're going to go there and we're going to have a little meet up. Right, we're third. Matt Fox is first. We've got someone called Morrison, Elgar, M Wood. Oh god, knives are just an issue, aren't they, snowing? Yeah, fucking hell. I mean, we all talk about America every time you hear that there's been a shooting over there. But you got to look at home. You got to look at your own country and realise that we've got a knifing problem. Crazy, isn't it? Fucking hate knives. What the fuck? I mean, in the days of going out and you know, getting yourself into a row or whatever when you're younger, you can't do that now. Wow, you can't do that now. You come home dead, literally.
Yellow flag, green flag, you're clear.
And that's not because the new youngsters are hard or tough. It's just that they've got a knife, and you don't know who's got a knife and who ain't got a knife. Or while you're fighting with one lad, his friend will come up and stab you in the back. It's just not a nice world out there. It really isn't. It really isn't. I feel sorry for Max in a funny kind of way that he's now he's in that era. I'm going to worry sick when he's out. Horrible. Yeah, definitely, Kev. Yeah. It's horrible. And I think just like America, you're never going to get rid of guns. The same thing that you're never going to get rid of knives in this country, because you only have to go into any hardware shop and there's knives for sale. You go into Asda and get yourself a big fuck off chopper, can't you? So it's never going to go away. It's never going to go away. I mean, even in the old days, you remember when the old mods and rockers used to go out? You get stabbed, right? You would get stabbed. It still existed. It's not like it's a new thing. But they would do it with a Stanley knife, and they would just put the blade out like half a centimetre, just to give you a bit of a,
20
you know, just to have the edge.
P3.
If you know, I'm not saying it's right, but they didn't go for the full, bosh, you're dead, and I'm willing to spend the fucking rest of my life in prison. What the fuck? What is going on in the world? Crazy. They'd give you a little stripe in. You might have a little scar down your face that you can tell your friends around.
The track temp
They used to
is
like doing it on
28.
your arse.
The air temp is 25
Again, this
Celsius.
is before my era. Books I've read. They used to like doing it on the arse. So every time you sat down, you remembered what happened that night. Because on your arse, it would take ages to heal, wouldn't it? But it would just, with the standing knife, you could push it up and lock it. They weren't out to kill anyone. They're just acting hard. crazy. But now they want to stab you in the fucking in the stomach, in the face, whatever. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, my daughter's up there, Basil, and I worry about that. Yeah. Totally different world, isn't it? Fucking hell. What a world. And then you see these other stories of like, I don't know, someone vandalising. This is an example. Someone vandalising a car, and someone like me or you goes out there. Oh wait, what the fuck you doing? Bosh, you stabbed dead. They're running off. What the fuck? It's crazy. Literally, fucking crazy.
Follow car number 32 in the right column.
There's no rhyme or reason, you know. He won't have any money to go out, yeah, Jack. Right, let's get off all that, because when we started on Fiat Unos, now we're ending on getting stabbed. What the fuck? This is how we do it here, isn't it? Oh god, I grew up in council houses, Bazzy, yeah. But not that sort of rough, yeah. This is a different mentality, and I just don't know what's gone on. I don't understand it. Because kids now have more than they've ever had. So it's not that. I mean, I grew up hungry, literally grew up hungry, like many of you here did. I was, you know, dangerously poor. I really was. I grew up with fuck all. I grew up hungry. But kids don't seem to grow up like that now. They've got more than they've ever had, and yet
Hold your line.
I don't understand it. And it ain't rap music.
Still there.
It ain't gaming. I don't know what it is. It's not.
On your left now.
It's not anything like that. It's not rap music going out and telling you to stab people. It's just not, you know. Exactly. Could you please stop kicking my car? Right, I'm going to zone in here, and we've had enough talk today, haven't we? Yes, you never see a copper, do you? Yeah, you're right, actually, Tafe. Yeah, you never see a copper. But the thing that has changed, and I don't know why it's changed, is the fact that there's no respect for coppers. Youngsters don't respect them, do they? I think there was a tide turned when they got
time to get to work.
special constables on the beat for free, and straight away there was this. Ordinarily I'm scared of your uniform, but hang on, you're a special constable, you fuck all to me. I can call you a wanker, you got no powers. I'm sure that's when it started to happen, you know. I'm sure it was. Because then the imagery of the respect, rightly or wrong, of the uniform just went. It just went, didn't it? Because they were your friends dressed as policemen that had no power, you know. It was weird. It was a weird time. It was a weird time. And yet in my day, fucking hell, coppers seem to be big. They seem to not give a fuck, like they were at the Sweeney. Now it's, oh god, they look like school kids, don't they? I don't know what it is. I don't know. I mean, I've got respect for the police because I'm from that era. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah, exactly, Bazzy, yeah.
Well done, Jason. You're looking really good. Come on, keep your focus. P2.
Anyway, let's race. Fucking bots, honestly. I'm sure that had something to do with it though, and the fact that they are now absent from every single community. You know, they're absent. They're not. You don't see them. You just don't see them. Police are not part of. They want people to be respectful of law and order, but law and order doesn't visually exist, does it? When did you last see it? When did you last see it? Just a bloke walking round. Right, Matt Fox is absolutely kicking it again. I will probably make this my last one, I think. I have got a few things to do today, so it is a little bit shorter. But back tomorrow. Yeah, they can watch it. They can watch the madness from some CCTV room. Yeah, where they're nice and safe, and they can just pay one person instead of 50 to go
That
out.
lap was a 140.84.
One thing they shouldn't scrimp on, you know, the government, is nurses' pay and teachers especially, and of course more policemen, instead of cutting the police. Crazy. Who thought that was a good idea? Yeah, exactly, Tace. Yeah. And of course the police went through that sort of corrupt stage. I think that needed refreshing and flushing out of people's mind. My dad always tells me, in the old days you used to drink and drive, didn't you? And him and his mates are out on down what we used to call the sea wall. We've all got sea walls, haven't we? We live on a fucking island. But yeah, down on the sea wall, him and his mates would go down there on their motorbikes and get some cider or whatever. And I remember him telling me that the copper pulled up and they all thought, oh, for fuck's sake, we've all been drinking. Copper pulled up. What you got here, lads? Oh, we just got some cider and all that. Aren't you going to share it? And he's up on the sea wall, Copper in uniform, having bits of the cider. I mean, is that good? Is it bad? That's bad, really, isn't it?
The gap to
But
Morris.
I suppose nostalgia will say, look, they're just normal people.
Great stuff.
They're
Keep
just
it
doing
coming,
a job.
mate. 15 minutes remaining. 15 minutes to go.
I don't want them to
Keep
drink
fastest lap
cider,
for
but I also want them to be present.
138.40. P2.
Yes, the road traffic thing, that's the important, because they can make money, and big money, through that. Can you imagine how much money they make through speeding fines and parking fines? That's where policing really is. Right, I've got to concentrate more because I do want to catch Matt up, although that's probably not going to happen on this track. How are you, Mustang? Oh god, I'm a bit sketchy through here. This is not my favourite track. Also, the other thing is, teachers aren't allowed to discipline children anymore. What the fuck? Crazy. Literally not allowed. Not allowed to. Again, I'm going to get into talking
Okay,
about
Jason,
things that are
don't be
currently
intimidated
going
by
on
this
with my
little
wife's
shit.
job.
Make
But
him work for it.
you're not. The teachers are not allowed to discipline the children. They've got to do what's called restorative justice. How did that make you feel? What do you think they felt? What do you think the consequences should be? And they're getting laughed at. It's horrible. It's horrible. And these are at children at an age when they're most susceptible to right and wrong. You know, they can really be taught things, but the teachers aren't allowed to teach them. They've got to discuss it with them, and no clip round the ear. Oh God, you're not even allowed to say that was wrong. You're not allowed to do that. Fucking hell. You've got to talk about it. Meanwhile, obviously, the teachers aren't teaching while they're dealing with these two such and such or whatever. Got to come out of class, talk about it. Tell me how that made you feel. Why did you do that? What do you think should happen to you? What do you think? It's fucking mental, isn't it? Rather than, oi, you little shit, fucking ringing your parent. See how you like that? But unfortunately, the other thing is, the parents don't give a shit now either. What the fuck's happened? What has happened to society? Oh, I do like a good rant, Jason, yeah. The good thing is about ranting, you can literally go from one thing to the other. You know, such and such, we can be talking about schools. and then we can move on to why the fuck McDonald's thinks that like paper straws that
Just
dissolve
done
in a
a
milkshake is a good
114.73.
idea. Fuck off. Oh, we've got to save the fucking planet. Horrible. Or wooden spoons. Oh my god, it makes me shudder every time I like. I don't know. It's a bit like I don't like velvet. You know, if I touch velvet, I'm a bit like, oh, don't like that. A wooden spoon or the forks that they do now, I can put that in my mouth and I don't get the feeling. But say for example you're eating, say like a yogurt. The minute the yogurt is on the wooden spoon, and I hate it. I fucking hate it. I can't stand it. So yeah.
The active Morris behind is now 0.47.
Oh god, Morris is going to go past me. I'm sorry, Morris. But yeah, we really have had a good rant, haven't we? Bar of soap, yeah. Something that you remember things that upset you about children. Well, what you think is children. We went down, funnily enough, another seawall, and we were going from somewhere and going to somewhere, walking along, and people do a lot of crabbing there, right? Which is great. I've been crabbing with the
10
kids.
minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Some of the
All
best
right, Jason,
free
keep
fun
doing
you
what
can
you're
have
doing. This is
crabbing.
spot
It's
on.
really
We're
cool.
halfway home.
And
Fuel
you
looks
teach your
okay.
kids about, go careful, don't put too many in the bucket, it's not fair on them, like chuck them back in
Don't be
gently.
distracted.
Things you
Defend
can
your
teach
position.
all the time. You're always teaching as a parent, aren't you? But I remember this walk that we did, it was about a 15-20 minute walk, and I can only presume would be kids. This was quite a few years ago now, by the way. What I can only presume were kids. There were smashed up crabs along this 15 and 20 minute walk. Smashed up, smashed to smithereens. And I just, you know, when a little bit of you dies inside, and you just think, I mean, I hate any cruelty to anyone, actually. I mean, I'm not one of these animal lovers that are like, oh no, do what you want to humans, just don't touch my dog. No, any cruelty is fucking cruelty, isn't it? But particularly defenceless animals, there's a line, it's horrible, isn't it? You know? And what I can only hope in a funny kind of way was kids had obviously gone crabbing, and rather than put them back, they'd walked home along this 15-20 minute walk and smashed the smithereens, every single one. It is fucking horrible. Horrible. And you think, well, if that was 10 years ago, which it probably was, them kids might be in their 20s now. Are these the ones out stabbing? You know what I mean? It's weird, isn't it? Weird. They're our future, aren't they? Children are our future. But genuinely, I mean, they were young then, now they're obviously 10 years older. What are they doing in outer society? And I wonder if they ever think about the time that they smashed up 30 or 40 crabs. I do wonder if they think about things like that. I hope that they lay in bed getting like sweaty palms and just thinking, wow, that was horrible, I shouldn't have done that. Probably not though. They think, oh, do you remember that time we smashed up a load of crabs? Yeah, there's nothing like being fucking horrible to animals. It's terrible, isn't it? Anyway, far too much talking today. Far too much moaning. You're going to be like, what the fuck? He just sits there moaning all the time. He's a proper moany old bastard, that GameTechUK.
The gap to Morris behind is now 1.3 seconds.
How are you, Baz? Matt's just off on his own, and he's gone. I'm holding off Mr. Morris, whoever that is. done well with the stats though. We've got our racecraft up to 80. Safety rating's gone up to 80. That was a sort of soft target that I wanted to do.
That was
and consistency has gone up to 88. So I'm actually really pleased with the last 2 days. I do wonder now whether to move on because we've only got 10 more days of sim racing. You know, with our 30 days, we're on day 20 already. So I do wonder whether to call it a day with ACC now. We've had some fun. We've had loads of community races. I just wonder whether to now move on to Race Room, Ultima Ballista 2, and then finishing up back to iRacing and Gran Turismo 7. So I wonder whether we should move on to ACC. I'm thinking, what do you think? What do you think? Saying that though, I have still got the server for a month, so if you do want the server set up for you and your friends, just send me a message on Twitter and I can change it to whatever conditions or track that you want. Oh, it's great, isn't it, Bruno? Yeah, it's cool. I'm glad that I've got my stats up into some kind of healthy you know, 80s. That's not bad considering the maximum is 99. I mean, we're doing alright.
5 minutes to go. This is good. We'll be on the podium if we can keep it together. The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 26.
He said the magic
Celsius.
words there, didn't he? If you can keep it together, because I do like to crash on the last corner. It's very cinematic, isn't it? I do want to give Ultima Ballista 2 some love though, because I think that deserves it. I always enjoy my time there. I like the fact that if you haven't got the DLC, as long as I've got it, then you can still come in and race. I like that. Okay, you can't practice off stream, you can only come in when I've set it up, but it's just good to be able to get a, yeah. Yeah, I did plan that, Matt. Sorry, Matt, Baz. But I've only got 10 days left now. It sort of started to go slow, now it's going fast, the 30 days. And like I say, I do want to visit Race Room, I do want to visit Ultima Ballista, and then don't forget my 2 main focuses on this channel are Gran Turismo and iRacing. So I would like to just revisit them for the last few days, which doesn't leave me much time. Yeah, exactly, Sim. I've played it on the channel many times. I mean, I'm alright with it, but yeah. It'd be nice to, and you can set up lobbies very easily, you don't have to buy a server or anything like that.
Morris behind is now
I do want to give it some love. Graphically it's lovely as well. What did I say about crashing on the last corner?
Pay attention to track limits, please, Jason. Go to Fox in front is now
On your left.
What
Clear
did I
left.
say about
push
that?
now.
Oh my
The guy behind
god.
is catching.
No, it wasn't your fault. No, we haven't been. It's been nice today. Just been chilled and chatting. There hasn't really been a huge focus on racing. I think I'm an Audi fan now. That's for sure. I think the Audi makes sense in there because it drives just like the Lambo, but it doesn't mind a curb. But a fantastic game, ACC. Absolutely fantastic.
Two minutes to go, 2 minutes.
Crashed on the last corner. You couldn't write it, could you? Well, you could. Yeah, I want to see what's changed in Race Room as well. I know they've got
On your left,
the
left is clear now.
competitive servers now, which is great. I know
left.
graphically it's not top of the tree.
Hold your
But
line.
Race Room was always a good racer.
Clear on the left.
Loved it. So to start with, it was like, wow, this is going really slow. I can fit a lot in here. Now all of a sudden it's day 20. And of course we can
clear
still
right
do
now.
racing after the 30 days. But in terms of intensive sort of racing, we've only got 10 more streams left now, really. Which isn't a huge amount. But when you get like this, proper GT3 racing,
Used
wow,
half your fuel.
this is cool. Whoever Morris is, I'm sure he'll come into the chat in a minute. I have trouble with the names. I'll get used to your stream name. Some of you I'll get used to your PlayStation name. Some of you I'll get used to your Steam name. Then all of a sudden we've just chucked in another name here as well. I'm considering deleting the stream purely for the things that we spoke about, but I know I'll get questions, why is day 20 missing? So maybe I'll just leave it and people won't watch it anyway. That was brilliant, Morris. We had a good race there. Maybe wait until you see it, Willow. I think you'll like SA's up to 81. 81. SA's down to 40. Maybe wait until you see it, Willow, but you'll have no trouble with Ultimate Blister, yeah. Well, I sort of leave my streams in their entirety because people do message me and just say, look, I have you on in the background, or I just I watched all of this particular series or whatever. I've got quite a few messages from people saying, look, I'm not there live, but I've watched every single one of your 30 days so far, so I don't want to just delete it. But it's fine anyway. Ah, fuck! And then these naked H2 things that do finance. Always have the bit of arse you can afford, Bazza, alright? Don't finance it. Right, that is it, everyone. Thank you very much. I know it's a shorter stream than certainly yesterday, 8 hours, but I have got a few things to do. But thank you very much. I will be back tomorrow, of course. I don't know whether we'll do some more of this. I'll have a think. We might go over to Ultima Ballista. We'll see. If we do Ultima Ballista, it's very easy to set up lobbies, so we can just do community racing all the way. But that is it, everyone. Thank you for coming in today. I've had a fucking lovely stream, lovely chat, lovely to get to know you all and chill out. So enjoy the rest of your day.